Hey, what's up, my little Tattletales? How are y'all doing today? You guys, if you are Prince Charles, you officially lost it. We are literally witnessing oh my God. We are witnessing King Joffrey from Game of Thrones take over the UK. The only thing is, Joffrey is now 78 years old and Sansa looks like curdled milk a la Camilla. You guys, what am I talking about? First of all, Harry, Meghan, let's get this out the way. Sussex Squad, what's up? They have been vindicated. Every single thing that Harry and Meghan said that the palace was up to in the Oprah Winfrey interview has come to pass. Do you know that King Charles plans to cut out Andrew, okay, fine, Andrew should be cut out. But Harry, Andrew, Beatrice, and one other person from assuming sovereign duties as official stand-ins. You guys, this is the first leg of him literally trying to strip his son, who is a blood prince, his priestdom? I don't know. Listen, you guys, he's insane. He's insane. He is literally having the red wedding right now. You guys, this report is actually a little sick and it's unhinged just because this, right? Really quick, hit that like, subscribe button. If you guys like my royal video and commentary, I have a whole playlist. I talk about other stuff, but if you want to just get to the royal stuff, there is a playlist. Also, don't forget, members only live. And of course, I am, my interview with Candy Burris is up and Real Housewives of Atlanta recap is up. Go ahead and check that out. Okay, fine. Let's get to this mess, right? Because let me just say this. Charles, regardless if you think if it's a dysfunctional family or a corporation, right? Let's follow this to a logical conclusion. Let's just say you think it's a business and not a family. You're saying, oh my God, that's what happens. It's a firm. I hear all the derangers in my comments. It's a firm, Tisa. You need to learn how we do things in UK. I know how you do things in UK, for good or bad, right? Well, especially the bad, because Charles is giving me a crash course. But let's just see, you're like, okay, I'm under the impression that this is a firm. The CEO of the firm, the much beloved CEO of the firm. Let's call this firm Colonizing is Us, right? Pillaging is us. Stolen artifacts are us. You know, I like colonizers are us. So the head of this much beloved firm, only for the land of the colonizers. Everybody else thinks they're trash. Even the little subdivisions and subcorps think they're trash. They're trying to get out from underneath the firm. Shout out to the Commonwealth. But there is a colonizers are us, and the much beloved CEO who guided that place for better or for worse for 70 odd years. They are beloved, but not even that. They were very hands-on. So their fingers were in everything. They went to all the work events. They greeted all the employees. They signed off on everything. They did a bunch of stuff behind the scenes, some shady, some not, but they were very much there. So the CEO passes away. You are now the VP. You weren't very liked. It's beginning to think that the reason why the CEO held on so long is because you were their son and they just didn't have faith in you. And the more time goes on, we see why they didn't have faith in you. Okay, are we here with the business? Imagine if the head of the company dies. There are papers to be signed. There are things to happen. There are day-to-day events that need to be taken care of. People to be notified. Even staff transitioning over. Implementing your new role. There's so much to do. Imagine if your first day from taking over, instead of taking care of the business at hand, you decide to stick it to the intern that worked there for 2 years, that quit and went to another company and is doing well. You decide to single-handedly go after the intern, right? And your son that married the intern, an unpaid intern at that, because they weren't paying Meghan. And literally as your first thing, as the head of the thing, not telling everybody in the company, it's going to be okay. Not giving out bonuses not doing salary reviews, not doing anything. All you don't do anything about the energy crisis. You don't do anything about what's going on in your damn country. None of it. The first thing you do is try to be vengeful, humiliate them. You walk to this funeral, but I want you in your pajamas. They get attention for being in the pajamas. No, you put on the same suit I have, but I'm going to take away your medal. You invite them, uninvite them, publicly disrespect them. This is who is running Saltine Island. You guys are being ran by the Mad King. Charles' pathology from waiting for how many years to taste power. Charles' pathology literally makes him unfit. But now I'm starting to think, don't get me wrong, I was never a fan of Philip and I don't know, I'm not into the colonizers. But it's beginning to make me think, is this why they held off so long? And the Queen worked so much and didn't want Charles to have the power? Because at a certain level, they see him as unfit. You guys, look at this. King Charles is tidying up a royal house. The UK's newly anointed monarch is reportedly planning to amend the law on who can fill in for him if he's incapacitated. The move would see the Duke of York, the Duke of Sussex, Princess Beatrice all relieved of their duties as official stand-ins for the sovereign should he be indisposed. Now, the reason he's doing that is because this is the first step to completely even take away his title as prince. You guys, there is a reason for everything these people do. The fact that they went online and updated William and Catherine to the Prince and Princess of Wales, but you still haven't even put Prince or Princess behind Archie's name or Lilibeth's name. Why is that? Because you plan to find a reason to take it all away. And I guarantee you this is going to coincide around the time that Harry's book drops in November. Mark my words. For everybody in my comments say, this is misinformation. No, you guys have been giving misinformation. No, you guys don't want to face the truth. It is happening, and it's happening exactly the way Harry and Meghan said it would happen. And the only difference is the world is paying attention right now. Charles still acts like England is that mighty kingdom, that well-respected kingdom, that raped and pillaged with abandon, and they were the center of everything, from those that were stupid enough to look up to them and those that had Stockholm syndrome. He still thinks he is now steward of that mighty ship. It's no longer a mighty ship, it's a tugboat, a dingboat, a choo-choo, a little toy car with toy soldiers and chocolate medals. And you think you're going to take this weight of an empire, a bygone empire, and you're going to you're waiting eagerly to drop it on your second-born son because he had the audacity to marry a woman who was not white. Let's get into this some more. Under the 1937 Regency Act, the spouse of the monarch and the 4 adults in line for the throne can be called up as counselors of the state for official business. Queen Elizabeth was still alive, and those roles were filled by Charles, William, Harry, Prince Andrew. Her husband, Prince Philip, also acted as one prior to his death. The palace has been under pressure to remove both Prince Harry and Prince Andrew. Where was the pressure from? Prince Andrew, yes, all of England was like, get that nunce out of here, right? I mean, I don't know if he is, but he settled like he was. I'm just saying, he did settle with the woman, did he not? But let's talk about Harry. Where did this pressure comes from? Who put these calls out? And let's also not forget that if this does happen, Harry will be stripped of, I would guess, security, just to ensure he can never come back to the UK. But again, this is what Charles did to Diana, isn't it? The Queen said, you can keep your HRH titles. Charles said, no, she can only be a princess. She doesn't deserve security. She's no one. I'm everything. And from that, the crown started to crumble. Not only that, let's actually think about this. You're streamlining the monarchy down so much so it can just be you, Catherine, Camilla, William, and the kids. Who's going to do all the work? William and Catherine don't like working. And if there were other royals around and they weren't so jealous, they would have invited Harry and Meghan to be the workhorses. They were built for that. They like being with people. Meghan's like, this is easy. I could do this in my sleep, minus the racism. Harry loves being around people. They could literally be the workhorses, but Kate and William are so lazy. Not only do they not want to do any work, but they think it's their birthright to take ownership of the work other people do. So even if Harry and Meghan do all the work, how dare the people love them? How dare they get credit? That's our credit. Get out of here, you guys. So you streamlined it down to you and Camilla, who are how old? 80 and 90? I'm not even joking. You guys maybe, if you're lucky, have 30 more years, 40 more years, right? Maybe more, but definitely 30 or 40. You know, that's on the high end. Now you have William and Kate that don't do anything. Who else? What are you going to have? Tilda and Mike? You're going to hold out, what, Edward, Sophie, Countess Louisa? Hold out Scobie treats for the remaining people to do all your work? You guys are going to be opening M&S's in 50 years. I hope Charles lives to see it. I hope he has to sit there and hand out chocolate bunnies and open M&S's before his reign is over so he can see the fruits of his stupid, pathetic, short-sighted labor. Anyway, let's see. So they're saying aides are saying that they need to be relieved. They're saying it's believed that the king recognizes the incongruity of having a trio of non-working royals. They're also taking out Princess, I think, Beatrice, right? They're taking out Princess Beatrice also. She was in line. To be able to step into his shoes if he's abroad or incapacitated. He wants to make these changes as soon as he can. And get this, you know who's going to be elevated to the positions? Princess Anne and Edward. Princess Anne and Edward, so it looks like Lady Louisa is going to get a title. All right? Princess Anne and Edward. Listen, I have no idea if they're qualified for it, but I can just say one thing. Charles, they are as old as you. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What have you done, Charles? And what do you continue to do? And why on God's green earth is no one stopping you? Why are they encouraging this? Why? Charles has officially turned into the Mad King, and we are witnessing in real time the Red Wedding. Now, with that said, continue, Charles, because I want to see it all burn down. I want to see it crumble, and it's actually so sweet to see it crumble at their own hands. And it's so sweet to see all the king horses and all the king's men and all the royalists and monarchists getting behind, telling us how we don't understand, telling us this and that, and go back to California. It's so satisfying to see because you guys are so clueless. You have to be to have that man as your king, to look blindly to him. You guys are so clueless. You don't even see what's coming, but we do. Tattletale, Sussex Squad. Get your popcorn out. It's going to be a hell of a show. Long live King Charles III. May the monarchy end when his reign does. Anyway, my little Tattletales, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.